Alright, have the CAB-2Ks strapped, 2 ohms, they're ready to do 4,000 watts. You can see one red, one black. And we're going to try it and see what we get. See if we can get that 4,000 watts at 1% THD. Here we go, 40 hertz. My name is Derek and I do YouTube videos about audio equipment. Videos about audio. I know it doesn't make sense, but if you guys enjoy that type of stuff, you might enjoy subscribing to my channel and I'd appreciate it. So stick around for the cool content and don't be surprised if you see a big dummy. What's up guys, BigDWiz, Williston Audio Labs, here with a highly anticipated video, amp dyno, test, demo, all that good stuff. The Car Audio Bargain, or CAB-2000.1. Here it is. Let's unbox it, take it out, let you look at it. This is the red version here. Nice anodized red. And we'll let you check it out a little closer here. And remember, we tested the CAB-1600 a couple years ago. This is a very popular amplifier. It did really well on the dyno and I actually sold a lot of them. And yeah, it's a very popular amp. So the 2000.1 has been very highly anticipated. Get one of these for $239. I got 2 of these on pre-order and I paid a little less. I think they were $219 on pre-order, but that is over if you haven't gotten them by now. Here are the ratings: 4,000 watts strapped, 2,000 watts at 1 ohm mono, 1,000 watts at 2 ohms mono, 500 watts at 4 ohms. The CAB-2K does come with a remote bass level adjustment. You can see it here, and it does have the telephone style connectors on it, which is nice. They don't fall out. Does not have LEDs or anything like that on it, but it is a nice metal enclosure. Here we'll check out the connections on the amp. You can see line level inputs and outputs, a level adjustment, phase adjustment, bass boost, adjustable subsonic, low pass filter, remote connection, and we also have the bridge switch for slave or master with the RCA jack there. Yes, this amp is strappable, which is very good for this price range. On the opposite end, we have the connections for power, ground, which are 1 alt. The remote and the speaker terminals are all 8 gauge. The nice thing about the power and the ground is they are separated enough if you want to use the dual inputs. Again, they're dual speaker outputs, but this is a monoblock amp. The dimensions: 20.5 inches or 521 millimeters long by 6.9 or 175 millimeters wide by 2 inches or 51 millimeters tall. Alright my friends, so stick around until after the dyno test if you want to see the amp guts, and I'm sure you do, so make sure you stay tuned. Now let's get the dyno fired up, get the amplifier wired up. Let's do some RMS power output test. First up, let's do the 4 ohm test. 40 hertz, 1% THD. CAB rates this one at 500 watts. Yes, we got that quite easily. 773 watts at 14.68 volts. And efficiency was very good, 85.6%. So nice job at 4 ohms for the CAB. All right, now let's try the 2 ohm load. Again, certified 1% THD at 40 hertz. CAB rates this at 1,000 watts at 14.4, and you can see 1298 at 14.5. So nice job. Efficiency again pretty good, 79.2%. So things are looking good. Let's move on to the 1 ohm test. All right, Car Audio Bargain CAB-2000.1. We're going to try 1 ohm certified 40 hertz up to 1% THD. All right, 1845, right at 14.4 volts, so 155 watts under the rated power. And here's the efficiency numbers. You can see 70.2%, so still not too bad. All right, now let's try the 1 ohm uncertified test. This takes us up to clipping. Again, we're running the 40 hertz track here, rated 2,000 watts, 14.4 volts, and oh yeah, 2275 at 14.26. So efficiency wise, 65%, not the best, but it did get quite a bit over 2000 watts. Now dynamic power gives us a simulation of how this should work with music, and yeah, quite a bit over the 2000 watts, almost 3000, 2732. All right, now we're going to wire in the SMD AMM-1, which is going to measure the actual true power going to the speaker. So instead of using the resistive bank on the dyno, we're going to use my Infinity 4 ohm subwoofer here. And this will give us an idea of the difference between the dyno loads and the speaker loads. Let's check it out. All right, got the AMM-1 hooked up to the CAB-2000. Gonna try a little music test here. Also got the bass knob hooked up, so we're gonna try a little DJ Magic mic, see how much power we can get out of this. Then we'll do a test tone and see how much power we get. The sub is about 4 to 4.5 ohms. So let's check it out, see what it does. All right, let's feel that bass. Watts, 5.2 ohms. All right, now we've got the DD1 disc with 40 hertz. We're going to try it and see what kind of power we get to this subwoofer.
Damn, shit bump.
As promised, we're going to pop off the bottom panel of the CAB-2000, show you the internal, show you how it ticks, talk about it a little bit. So let's pry the bottom plate off, and here you go. Check out that beautiful red board. Oh yes, Chinese manufacturing at its finest. But we did notice something right off the bat, or our buddy Ryan Blankenship noticed it. He tested a Picasso, Soundstream Picasso PA-1.5000D a while back, and it looked almost identical to this one. We think the 6000.1D Picasso is pretty much the same as this amp, but haven't confirmed it, but it looks just like it. You can see the internals here. See the chokes, see all the caps. Looks like all the caps are 105 degrees Celsius, which is good. They're the Yuscon brand, which are just middle of the road. You can see the 680 microfarad caps here, and also the 2200 microfarad 100 volt there for the rails. And yeah, everything's pretty much seated down pretty well, and looks like it's not going anywhere. Now before I go any further, I want to let you guys know about our 12 Volt Talk podcast. Check it out, 12etalk.com. Check video description. New show by BigDWiz and HiFiVega. Come join us on YouTube. Check us out on your favorite podcast app. That's what I'm talking about. All right, Big D, enough yapping. Let's scrap these amps up. See how they work scrapped together. Yes, we do have two. We have a red and a black, and we are going to strap them.
You're going to take this strap.
You big dumb.
Did y'all really expect anything less? All right, so per the instructions, we have the amplifier strapped. We have the master unit set to master, the switch set to master. Then we have an RCA cable jumping between the amps, which was not included, by the way. And we set the second amp here, the black amp, as the slave amplifier. We'll call it amplifier B. And we have the bridge switch to slave, so we don't need any RCA inputs there. Just use the single RCA. There's the one coming out and the one going in. Again, this was not included. I don't know why. It's like a 15-cent RCA probably. They could have included that. But also the way we hook it up, or to hook up the speaker, as you can see on the left side, the speaker lead is going between the amps. They call it a jumper. They say 12 gauge, but I use 8 gauge. And then the positive of the master amplifier goes to the positive of the subwoofer, and the positive on the slave amplifier goes to the negative of the subwoofer. So again, this one jumps to here, and then this one goes to positive, and this one goes to negative. What I'm going to do is I'm going to change this out to 4 gauge because I don't think that 8 gauge is really sufficient for carrying 4,000 watts. I generally like to use dual 8 gauge, but I don't have a dual adapter. But I do have an 8 gauge to 4 gauge adapter, so I'm going to try that, see if I can get more power. All right, have the CAB-2Ks strapped, 2 ohms. They're ready to do 4,000 watts. You can see one red, one black. And we're going to try it and see what we get. See if we can get that 4,000 watts at 1% THD. Here we go, 40 hertz. $35.11, 14.22. Multiply this times 2, 408 amps of current because I have it clamped onto one of the power leads. So not quite 4,000 watts, but we're not quite 14.4, but I don't think 0.2 volts is going to give you 500 more watts. As you can see, the efficiency drops quite a bit when you have 2 amps loaded down using the strap method. All right, friends, here we have the Car Audio Bargain CAB-2Ks. I have a black one and a red one. They're strapped. We're going to try a 2 ohm run. It's ready to do 4K, 2 ohms, 14.4, 1% THD. We're going to see what we get. Let's try it out at 40 hertz, strapped, uncertified, up to clipping. Yeah, boy! Alright, so at clipping, we do get the 4K. You can see 4,044 watts, 13.67. This number needs to be doubled because I only have the clamp around one of the power terminals or power wires. So double this, that's 460 amps, 4,000 watts strapped, 13.67 at clipping. So not the worst efficiency I've seen on a Class D amp, but yeah, putting these down at 1 ohm a piece does put a strain on them. And we're going to try 2 ohms since that's the lowest ohm rating strapped. And we're going to do dynamic burst, 40 hertz. And let's see what we get. Starting voltage, 14.95. Fire in the hole, here we go. All right, 5,366 watts. I'll zoom in so you can see that. Right at 14.4, so good dynamic power. Again, this is inrush current, but this is only one of the power terminals. So times 2, that's 510 amps drawn. But that's an instantaneous draw. That's not a continuous draw. But still, pretty good power there for 2K amps. All right, now let's talk about the results of the CAB-2K. Here at 4 ohms, easily beat all the ratings, 773, 859, and 896. Certified, uncertified, and dynamic. 2 ohms, 1298, 1475, 1576. Rated 1,000 watts, so it killed all those ratings. Now 1 ohm, we didn't quite reach the 2K. Certified 1845, 2395, uncertified, and 3223. Dynamic. Also, we strapped the amps together, 3511, 4044, and 5366, certified, uncertified, and dynamic respectively. So my thoughts overall on this amp, although it didn't reach 2,000 watts at 1 ohm certified, it really killed the number uncertified, and I think people who are buying an amp like this are looking at the clipping rating, not really the 1% THD. It also appears CAB built in some more protection circuitry, used some better components in this version than they did the 1600, so I think they're going to be very successful with this amp. And I think it sounded great with my subs. If you guys would like to win this amp, leave a clean, inspirational comment below. Within 1 week, we'll make a drawing at random by a computer. Somebody's going to win it. BigDWiz, I'm out of here. All right, let's try 0.8 dynamic for the CAB-2K. It's not rated less than 1 ohm, but I bought the amp. I'm gonna try it. So let's see what it does. $3,223 watts, 14.8 volts. All right, guys, here we have this CAB Car Audio Bargain 2K Red Edition on the dyno. We're going to try it at 0.8. It's never recommended to go below the manufacturer's ohm stating, but we're in a lab condition here, and I bought the amp, so I can do what I want with it. So just don't do what I do. It's kind of like when you watch those movies with stunts. You know, don't do this at home kind of thing. But that's what I'm here for, help you guys out. So let's try it. 0.8, 40 hertz, up to 1% THD. Can it handle it? Does it go into protect? Does it blow up? Do I cry on the screen because I just lost 250 bucks? Let's see.
You big.
All right, so we got over 2,000 watts. We got 2080 at 14.5 volts. So did okay at 0.8. All right, going to try this CAB 2K Red Edition. 0.67 dynamic at 40 hertz. Not ready to handle it. I don't know if it's going to go up in smoke. Hopefully not, because I want to strap these amps too. But let's try it. 40 hertz dynamic pulse. All right, she went into protect. 3,076 watts. Move the camera here so you can see. Red LED, we're into protect. Looks like it came out of protect pretty much there on its own. I didn't start it and restop it, but yeah, I wouldn't run this much under 1 ohm. All right, so after doing about 12 tests, the amp is still cool to the touch. I mean, just barely tell that it's even on. And the ambient temperature out here in the OSS labs is around 80 degrees Fahrenheit. So yeah, she stays pretty cool. Like I said, I've done about 12 different runs, all test tones. So that's pretty harsh on the amp, but it stayed cool. So good deal.